Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's talk about the next topic of our prose class. We call it elements of prose. I don't make it the slide with my own and I put source here. So let's talk about the elements of prose. Nah, before we learn about more deep our deeper topic about prose, here are some books that you can search, you can find in the e-library to support your knowledge and read a lot about prose. Now, let's recall our material last week. What is the definition of prose? From Latin word prosa, part of the phrase prosa oratio, meaning straightforward speech or a natural flow of speech. Written or spoken language in its ordinary form without metrical structure, or written in full grammatical sentence which then constitute paragraph. Okay, but the general definition of prose, as you can see from prosa, straightforward speech. Prosa Prose is writing distinguished from poetry, ya. Dia berbeda dengan poetry yang lebih mengandalkan ritme atau irama, sementara prosa itu bebas sifatnya, ya. Prose is a form of language which applies ordinary grammatical structure and natural flow of speech, rather than rhythmic structure. Jadi dia lebih ke natural flow of speech, bebas daripada sesuatu yang terstruktur. Okay, let's go to the types of prose. Here are some examples. Prose can be in fiction and non-fiction. In the fiction, it can be in short story, novel, novella, folktale, legend, fable, parable. If it's non-fiction, it can be in a biography, autobiography, history, letter, diary, journal, and etc. Let's go to the elements of the prose as our main topic today. There are some elements of prose. Some people say it's 5, some others 7 or more, but the main point is it consists of plot, character and characterization, setting, point of view, and theme. If you still remember, this is quite similar with the elements of drama because they are same under literary word. It is a plot, character, setting, point of view, theme, irony, symbol is the same. Let's talk about the plot. What is plot? The structure. Plot artinya the structure, alur, ya, framework or skeleton of the story. The story arch that holds all the events of the story in the orderly way, or the casual and logical structure that connects events. Okay. If you still remember, the drama plot is also used for its experiment when introduction comes to complication and the climax and denouement and then resolutions. And this is the explanation for that. You can read the beginning of the story and then the conflict in the process, and then when the problem or conflict is resolved, or we come to the rising action, what is the climax until the final one is the denouement. Now we go to the character and characterization. Character is the person or being in a story that performs the action of the plot. Meanwhile, characterization is the process by which the writer reveals the personality of the character. You can see the types of the character. There is antagonist, protagonist, dynamic, and static. Yes, then also there is direct characterization and indirect. Direct is he was like, for example, he was a simple, good-natured man. He was moreover a kind neighbor and obedient and blah blah blah. If indirect, for example, I jumped up, knocking over my chair, and had reached the door when Mama called. So the way of the elder mention the character is depend on how they tell about the characterization. It's up to the elder. And next we talk about the setting. the historical time and place, and the social circumstance in the world of the literature, like topography. We can talk about the geographic location, cultural backdrop, artificial environment and properties like furniture and etc. And then you can see here setting can be and the place, it can be time, it can be the properties and the equipment, and then the lighting if it's drama, or the way they describe the background of the story. That's called setting. And then point of view is how an author tells his or her reader about the character. She is free to talk about the first person, who is the second person, who is the third person omniscient, or the third person who is limited. And then we go to the point of view. This is how you see the story. Para pengarang itu bebas melakukan point of view, mau dari segi mana, apakah dari segi umum, atau dari segi si karakter pertama, atau bahkan dari segi sudut pandang lainnya. Itu bebas, itu disebut point of view, sudut pandang ya. And then theme, the main idea or underlying meaning of a literary work that may be stated directly or indirectly. Yeah, theme like love and friendship, about war, about revenge, about crime and mystery. That's okay. It's free of theme. Okay, that's all about the elements of the prose. It's quite similar with the drama, of course, because they are the same literary work. So if you have question, you can ask me later. See you guys. Let's wait for your assignment later. I will tell you in our chat in the group. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.